Welcome back to the space and time slot down in the depths of your internet. We are in the Captain's Quadrant, and with me is the amazing co-host with the most, Jason Roy Gaston. How are you, bud?
I'm good, thank you.
That's great. That's great. We have been bequeathed an amazing episode of I didn't think you'd catch it. An amazing episode of Star Trek Lower Decks. What did you think, really quick, before I hop into the actually? Let's hop into the synopsis before we get into our thoughts.
Oh, fine. What do you think? No, forget you. It's fine.
No, that's
I'm gonna interrupt you so that you can read something. Today's episode of Star Trek Lower Decks is called Something Borrowed, Something Green. Tendi is summoned back to Orion for a wedding.
Very well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
I'm going to just say a quick hello because we have some really great friends here. We've got Commander. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
I don't know him.
How you doing? And we've got, of course, the Chief. What's up? The Chief is here, and of course we have Chief, who said
he owes me $5.
Oh wow, amazing! And then we have our Moopsy Love from Aaron Sugar, and
he killed my dog.
Oh geez, and my mom.
I love her.
Yay! All right, well let's hop right into it.
Thanks.
Brought to you by the writers of Very Short Treks.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll hire us to do a short treks.
We couldn't do a worse job.
I don't think so at all. But we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's talk about Something Borrowed, Something Green. What did you think? First comment.
To me, it was the I rewatched it just a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe it is the weakest entry this season.
Oh.
I liked everything on Orion, but on the other hand, I liked everything on Orion.
Well, you don't like the Mark Twains? I do declare.
I do declare. I say I do declare that it was more of a foghorn leghorn.
Yeah.
It's me. It's like these people have never they've never read The Jumping Frog of Callahan County.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got that total feeling. For me, I really enjoyed some moments in the quest for Tendi's sister and Tandy, excuse me. And I really
Did you just call her Tandy like the computer?
I think so.
Oh my god.
But I did enjoy some of the B plot because we got a beast alien that we've run into before, I believe.
He was in the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Allegiances. He was a very scary one that was dropped into the room with Picard and all the other aliens that had been gathered up, and he was the one and everything. It was kind of cool to see him again. I was just like, where is Klingon light? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, and that definitely was a bright spot in that. But we'll get into that right now because sometimes it may be good, and
sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
These things just make me laugh every time.
Yes.
All right, so pros and cons. Let's get into them.
Well, the pros, of course, is that the Orions have been around since the original series, and we've gotten so little backstory, and we've delved so little into the culture. So any chance to go to Orion and see how things are going is great. I'm going to say a very controversial thing right now. I do believe that one of the things that Enterprise did that was so genius was with one episode, they completely flipped the Orion culture on its back, because whenever we were first introduced to the Orions, it was just, the green Orion slave women, as they were called.
Right.
And Enterprise said, oh, no, you don't understand. They're not the slaves. They are the slave masters, because they have pheromones that control the men. And I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was not only did it honor the past, but it's like we're going to kind of get rid of this little troublesome element from the 60s and we're going to make it cool. And I thought that was really neat. And so to go to Orion and see it's still a matriarchy, the women still controlling men with their pheromones, I thought, okay, if not only are they taking this bit of continuity that Enterprise threw out there, but they're running with it like a football, and they went in for a touchdown. I loved all of the Orion stuff. I thought that Tavin was hilarious. She's more funny than I thought she was capable of being.
Yeah,
it's just small things like, he can run really fast for an Orion beefcake. Yes, he is aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, exactly.
It just things like that. She is hysterical, and she's been folded into the cast so easily. It's almost like she's been there the entire time, and I'm sad that she hasn't been. Yeah. As for the cons, I just really didn't care for almost anything on the Cerritos this week. I think I laughed whenever Rutherford and Boimler called themselves Brotherford. I thought that was really clever, and I did chuckle. And then that was the last time I chuckled at that entire story. And I'm sitting here trying to talk while I'm looking through the notes that I took, and I can't find my notes, and I'm just desperately trying to make it look like I've got a single train of thought going right now. Oh, look, here are my notes.
Well played.
So I did like that. I just didn't care for anything else. I can't imagine Boimler picking up a Mark Twain book. I really can't. It's almost like it's that Star Trek stereotype that if you're in the 23rd or 24th century, you're only going to read things that were written before 1900. And they just threw in Mark Twain. Okay, let's face it. If Boimler picked up a copy of Huckleberry Finn and opened it and saw, Jim's full name, he would close the book and throw it into the trash. He'd be like, ah! And he'd just throw it away.
Understood.
Rutherford walk in. What you want? What are you reading? Oh, nothing. It's mine. You'd hear Mariner out in the hallway. You better not be reading that book.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole Mark Twain thing just to me was just, it never really worked. And whenever they said, "Oh yeah, you can come on board and pretend to be Mark Twain with this alien," my first thought is, why did Freeman go along with that in the first place? Why didn't she just say, "Get off my bridge"? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah. And even the end, I don't know. It just seemed like everything was telegraphed as soon as he said, "What is bonsai?" I'm like, he's going to kill their tree. He's going to kill the tree, and he did. And
are you saying it was super predictable?
The Cerrito story was the Orion story was a lot of fun, and I like that quest story, even though it was not what I would call super surprising. It went to a lot of really fun places, like the Hump Dungeon.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed the Orion Hump Dungeon was hilarious, and the Madam or Mistress, whatever you want to call it, was hilarious, and I just that's what I enjoyed. Orion pro, Cerritos con, unfortunately, which usually it's the other way around. I enjoy the goings on the Cerritos, but for some reason, Boimler and Rutherford teaming up just doesn't do it for me because they're almost the same character.
Interesting. For me, a lot of the pros are a mixed bag of both. There's good and bad. I definitely thought there was a lot more laughs and ha-has in the A-plot, especially, oh my God, does everybody get carried around on this planet? And Tandy just trying to hide her.
Oh, Tandy again.
I did. And she's just trying to hide. It's a thing with T.
She is not a computer.
But she's just trying to hide the massive pirate queen that she actually is.
I did like the line about, curious, Orions try to downplay their wealth while simultaneously showing it off.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was hilarious, and it went so well. But I really loved the look and art direction of this shuttle. I was like, God, I usually don't.
Oh my gosh! If you don't like green, don't go to Orion because everything's green. There's green landscapes, green cities, green skies, green people.
Yeah.
I bet you they even have green eggs and ham there, and they don't even think about it. It's probably not even Dr. Seuss related.
What's a Dr. Seuss?
Maybe he's Dr. Seuss. We should go rob him. He's a doctor. He's very wealthy. Let's steal his ship.
Exactly. But one of the big things that I was very excited for was right in the beginning, and that was the mysterious probe again attacking and obliterating a ship. But this time it looked like it killed the people too.
I'm a big proponent of no body, no death.
Okay.
And I just have it in my gut that we're not looking at a death beam. We're looking at a transporter beam. But we can talk about that later during
Fire at will.
part of the show. we don't say we don't need to get too far ahead.
No, I do.
Otherwise, we gonna tear this show in twain.
Oh no!
Mark my words.
Oh, Mark. I do believe that I do believe that Foghorn Leghorn was definitely a very low in this episode.
I saw what you did there.
But when it comes to that probe or whatever it is bizarre, and just the design of it. I couldn't grab a good shot this week in time, but it's really, really creepy looking. It has these features that are kind of Breen-esque, and I'm really hoping that my Breen theory comes true, because I love me some Breen, because I really like the design.
Okay, speaking of the Breen,
sure.
I was watching the opening credits, and I know that the Borg battle gets more bonkers every season.
Yeah.
But did they add the Breen in this episode?
Yes, they did.
Has it been there all season?
That's a great question. I thought they added it in this episode. I wasn't sure.
Because I don't remember seeing the Breen ship.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it, but it was there this week for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Whenever the Klingons chased the Breen through, I was like, "Whoa, where did they come? Have they been there the whole time?" So I don't know. Comment, let us know. Are we just that unobservant?
Yeah, was it there the whole time? And do you think the Breen have something to do with that probe? Maybe they got some Jem'Hadar goodies, and
I got my own theory about what's going on with that probe. But
all right, we'll get into that.
Talk about it later.
All right. Another pro was the alien that we talked about earlier. This guy, I love the design. He's like a souped up Klingon.
A Chaltoth, I think, is what these
Chaltoth. Yeah,
I think I could be wrong.
I love the fear of Dormock in there. Like, the beast with his mouth open.
Really? Why is that guy even still on the show?
What does he do? He didn't say anything this episode.
Yeah, it's like they don't even want to bring the voice actor in. The voice actor is just like sitting home. You need me to comment? No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're just going to animate you. Don't
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, but the poor guy, he hasn't done anything since Shax returned.
Yeah.
He just stands there. It's like, I'm in security. Okay, well, Shax is security. Yes, but I'm also in security.
I hold a phaser.
Darmok, him standing in the shadow of failure.
Yes, with his arms behind his back. The other thing is that they went back to the probe right before
reacting with shock face.
Right before the probe obliterated the Orions, and they were going through the plunders that they got from pirating
the Orion lower decks, which I thought was kind of fun.
That was very funny.
Yeah.
Was that an old school phaser?
That was an old school TOS phaser, and they threw it in the trash.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's rude. All right. I mean, it's like they're pirates or something. They have no coat.
I know, but have respect,
right?
At least put it on the shelf as a collectible.
Oh man, look at this old thing, But they just say, trash.
Put it in the trash. Oh, you piece of crap.
Yeah, but there's probably more Easter eggs in that pirate.
Oh, movie. I'm sure there is. I need to go watch Sean Ferrick's video here in a little bit and see what he has to say, because he always pulls out all those things. Either that or Screen. I don't think Screen Crush is doing lower decks. That's
thank God. Not enough people to do it.
I just want to know the Easter eggs I missed. That's it.
Yeah, no,
I enjoy Screen Crush. I enjoy Trek culture. I enjoy all those people. They are our friends. They are our peers. We love them.
Oh my God, love Sean.
And we love Doug. I like to think that Doug and Teddy hang out.
Oh yeah. I would see that.
They gossiping about us
for sure. And my last pro is the amount of times that
that face. Oh my gosh.
She gets stabbed in this episode.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tindy's little resting bitch face right there, because
there's a fantastic
they threw that out, and I'm just like, whoa, I kind of like this Tindy. This little sassy Tindy. Yes, the repeated stabbing was funny.
That was hilarious. And like, she was like, all right, I'm not gonna stab this time, but she hid behind the like pylon thing, and she's like, all right, I'm good now. And then her little makeshift sword breaks and she gets stabbed. Are you kidding me?
What are the odds? I I kind of like that Mariner has gone from being the too cool for school character who nothing bad ever happens to now she's just receiving the brunt of the abuse just like everybody else. And to me, it humanizes her more, which I like.
I do too. And it just makes it so much fun. And that's why it was one of the highlights. Now, my downsides, back to the Orion planet, I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't a battle for her sister. Like, she faked her own kidnapping. It was like, oh, really?
Okay, really? All right.
Yeah, it was kind of like, wah, wah. It was, like the burn in season 3 of Discovery. It was like, really? This is what caused this? But the other than that, it was a lot of fun. But I do want to see more of the death battle of bugs and drinks, bugs and booze.
Yes, the murder bugs. Yes,
murder bugs. Yeah, instead of butt bugs, they're murder bugs.
How do we know they're not butt bugs?
Oh,
I mean, I bet you they got to get in there somehow to lay their eggs.
Interesting, but it looks like it had electricity coming out of it too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it uses the electricity to I don't know, stun some muscles open so it can get in there.
Oh, there you go. It relaxes you and then heads on in. Yeah.
Orion is a very, very naughty place.
It is. The universe of naughty, it all derives from there for sure. And the bonsai battle I thought was kind of awkward. That they were fighting to water the bonsai tree. It was like,
yeah, it was very weird to see them be buddy 1 second and then fight. It was too cartoony, I thought, which is weird because this is a cartoon, but it's still semi rooted in realistic behavior, and that was just not realistic.
Exactly. So that threw me off this episode. So those were my pros and cons. I believe it is time to fire at will.
Fire at will.
I do say that bearded gentleman got blown to smithereens.
I tell you what, I tell you right now, he's all over the space.
That's one mysterious stranger we'll never see again.
Yeah, for certain.
Our audience is sitting at home going, why are they referencing books?
And I think my mom would appreciate all that because she's a very big bookworm for sure.
I don't like books personally.
They're just decorations behind you. No, it's all decor. Don't look behind me. Let's go into short treks really quick.
Do we have to?
It's interesting. And then we'll talk with all our friends in the chats.
The ones I just insulted. All right, let's do that.
Yes. So we have the worst contact, and
it certainly was.
It really was for sure. So Beverly, Riker, and Commander, actually Ensign Unknown, come down to a planet that has started their.
Oh my god! No, I don't need
their first contact because these folks have made their own war possible machine. They can go into space and start.
I hate this episode, and I hate you for making me talk about it.
Come on, buddy, that's all good. I do declare there are bugs everywhere and boogers.
I did have to pull this off my shelf just to show I'm not a poser.
Oh wow, look at that, Mark Twain. See, and I wonder if my mom had that. Mom, if you're still awake, let me know if you have the Mark Twain.
Well, if she's not awake, we put her to sleep.
No. It's just I know her Wi-Fi goes in and out at the nursery.
Oh, okay. That's what she tells you, huh?
No, I know that's what happens because I've
the Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry. Oh my God! Okay, never mind.
Every time I hear Tom Sawyer, I think of Rush. He's Tom Sawyer. Big Rush.
I think of the Disney Channel in the 1980s because they always ran the old Tom Sawyer stuff. And
those weird cartoons.
Those were super weird. Nickelodeon did too. They, for some reason, Nickelodeon and Disney Channel were always running something Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn related. Now the kids have absolutely no idea who those people are.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, clueless children. I thought it was very shock and awe, gross funny, and they just upped the ante on the grossness. Like it started with, we pick our noses and shake hands. It's part of our culture. And Reagan's like, ooh, and And then they brought out the microwave fish, which is like an office no-no. Like we get memos, and the last 2 companies I worked for, pre-pandemic.
You just don't microwave fish.
Yeah, you don't microwave
fish. You don't do that.
Awful. It's one of the worst smells.
Awful is a great word. I'm going to use that here in a little bit.
And essentially they kibosh their warp core capabilities because it gets gross and grosser, and they're like, I don't want nothing to do with these people. And Riker shoots the warp core, and they're, all right, beam us out of here. So that was the very short trek. Gross.
As I've said, I hated this episode. Watching this was like being tortured. And I honestly, if I had to compare it to anything, it would be the thankfully short-lived Ren and Stimpy's adult party cartoon that aired on the Spike TV way long time ago. Yeah. That was so bad they canceled it after like 4 episodes. And it has the same sins that this short trek has. It is just gross to be gross, and it completely forgets to be funny.
Yeah.
I think I giggled once whenever they went to go shake Riker's hand, and he was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, this is where it's going to go." They don't want to shake hands, and it's going to be a bad contact because of that. But no, they just kept running with it and running with it. Yeah. And by the time they blew snot all over the microwave fish,
that was so gross.
I was done. And I know that these little shorts are like non-canon, just silly things.
Right.
Make it funny at least. Last week's episode was hysterical. I laughed so much at Spock's blooper reel.
Yeah.
I thought that was the funniest thing I'd seen in such a long time. This one was just terrible. It was a chore. It was torture to sit through. These things have been hit and miss so far. This one was so far of a miss that the torpedo went past the target and into an orphanage where you can just hear the fatherless and motherless children screaming for mercy from a God that can't hear them.
Oh my, wow, jeez. So you're looking forward to the sequel?
If there's a sequel, I'm jumping off Trek and I'm going right to the Orville.
Oh man, jeez. I haven't seen the Orville in a while. I forgot if they're actually.
Yeah, we kind of forgot the Orville exists.
Yeah, are they gonna come back? Or?
I kind of hope they do.
Me too.
Because I mean, it's an enjoyable show. If it is very derivative, I don't care what you say. It is derivative. It is derivative. But it is entertaining. I enjoy the cast, so I hope it does come back.
Me too.
Because Charlie's dead now.
Yes,
exactly. Right. Yes, they killed Charlie, so yes, they can come back.
Yeah, it's all good now.
Yes, it's all good.
And talking about things that are all good, it would be great if you subscribe and be sure to give us a like. It's free. It helps us out. It appeases the YouTube lack thereof watchers and gods. So just do those wonderful things.
We promise minimal boogers.
Yes, 0 boogers actually.
Minimal. I make no guarantees. It's going to be minimal though.
All right. So let us go back into the comments section. Let's see. Aaron Sugar. Wait, I did what to your dog? That was funny. I just wanted to
you know what you did to this dog.
I guess
it has been dead for a week. It smells bad.
it feigns breathing. I'm doing a weekend at Bernie's with the dog right now. He's looking at his lips like, am I getting a treat after this, man?
You woke me up for this cameo. I don't even like this podcast. You should watch more of that booger show.
Oh my god. Nice girl, but as bright as a sack of wet mice.
Who are we talking about?
These are some stuff from earlier.
Oh, okay. He's doing Foghorn Leghorn. Nice girl, but
that's right.
Okay, yeah.
Girl, but I should have read it.
I am slow, but I do catch up.
Not good, but as bright as a sack of wet mice. Aaron Sugar said, I like this episode. One of my favorites thus far. But then again, I really like Tendi and the Orion. So
yeah, that's what pulled this out of the dung heap for me was all the Orion stuff, and it was enjoyable. But yeah, It's my least favorite of the season. To respectfully disagree with our dear friend Aaron, who's wrong? Who's wrong? Wrongity wrong.
Wrong. One of the smart things that Enterprise did, and that was the Orion episode,
Yes, that was a great episode.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I did not expect that twist. Whenever
No.
they said, no, they're not the slaves. They are the slave masters. What?
Oh, yeah. It was very well done. I also like that they kept the Orion men as being larger than life. Good callback to Enterprise casting of WWE wrestler The Big Show as an Orion.
We were talking earlier about Big Show because that is another one of my favorite things Enterprise ever did, because I think this was 4th season, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, where Big Show picks up T'Pol at the auction and is just holding her up like this. And T'Pol, of course, her face is like this. I thought they are like riffing on Rick Berman right now.
Yeah.
They, like, look, everyone, she has boobies. Look, look at how pretty she is. Look, she is a prop. Look, and Jolene Blaylock's just, I'm a prop. I'm a prop. I'm a prop.
Yeah, she's just going with it. I'm a prop.
So
totally.
That was one of my favorite, like, guerrilla things that the writers ever did, because Rick Berman never knew.
No,
he never figured it out. He's watching this podcast right now, eating popcorn, picking his nose, going, what?
Shake my hand.
Shake my hand.
I was also expecting.
I should call Jolene and see how she's doing.
Yeah, right. I was also expecting The Rock to pop up for some reason, because it's another wonderful callback to a WWE wrestler and some of the fun things that they were doing with other.
He's too busy ruining DC movies right now with his massive ego.
Oh wow! Did Jason J make a sports ball
reference? I don't know. Did I?
I think he did.
I did?
Yeah.
Ew. Oh my God. I feel like I'm watching the Booger episode all over again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no.
And this is a good reason why they should have went with Mark Twain. Only because Data met Mark Twain.
Yes.
Yeah, they met.
They never even mentioned, and a big nerd like Boimler should have brought that up. Like, I've been into Mark Twain since Data met Mark Twain. Well, have you read Huckleberry Finn? No.
Yeah,
Mariner won't let me.
That would have been more spot on. It would have been.
Yeah.
I think Boimler was trying to do Mark Twain because he read that Data and Picard met him.
Well, there you go. It should have been in dialogue. Yeah, it should have mentioned it. Rutherford should have mentioned it. Like, I don't know.
That would have made more sense.
I will say it's kind of fun to watch Rutherford play another character, because he's been, I don't want to say one note because I love the guy, but he's always Rutherford. He's never like anything. He's never like, I guess the one episode where he met his bad self is probably the closest he's gotten, but it was fun to watch him pretend to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed when that thing ate the bonsai that Rutherford considered the
Rutherford. She put
Boney.
Yeah.
I love the fact they call it Boney after the Moopsie.
Yeah, exactly.
Would the Moopsie have eaten the bonsai though?
Probably. It would have got some
yes.
out of it.
This season needs more Moopsie.
Yeah. Commander Jace. I had the opposite reaction. Didn't like the A plot, but enjoyed the B plot. If you don't agree, you're wrong. You see what I did there? Maybe you should read that in an Aussie accent.
I don't know. I had the opposite reaction. Didn't like the A plot, but enjoyed the B plot. If you don't agree, you're wrong. See what I did there?
It got really dark at the end, though.
I don't know. My Australian accent has gone like Wolf Creek for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but I'm assuming it's the first part of my descent into darkness.
Maybe. Isn't that Star Trek 2, the Kelvin Descent into Darkness?
Descent into Darkness. Wouldn't it be fun if Khan was Australian?
Oh wow, that would.
I'll chase him round the moons of Namibia and round Perdition's flames before I give him up. Prepare to alter course, and then he calls somebody a C word.
Yeah,
he wants a hump dungeon. Who doesn't?
Yeah, everybody.
What's stopping you?
Yeah,
install one. You just need some chains, some candles, and some willing participants.
Right. Yeah, you can always use Facebook ads. That's the thing now.
Yeah, that's fine. We need somebody for call it an art piece.
Yeah,
you'll get lots of college students that way.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yep.
I was hoping to see at least one Klingon ear nailed to the wall in the Orion bar. Call back to the novel Prime Directive.
I love that book. I don't think I have that book anymore. I think I lost it in a fire. But it is I lost books in a fire. Not a Republican fire, but like a house fire.
Oh, well said. That was funny.
Yes.
Commander Jace, the animation of the show is underrated. I totally agree.
Yes, Tindy's facial
Totally.
expressions in the bar were killing me. They
Right. And
just
the stabbings, you know.
yeah, the stabbings. The facial expressions in the show are just amazing. I do declare.
Yeah, I was hoping
I
you would
do
do
declare. Let's talk about the jumping frog of Callahan County. If it jumps on you, it'll eat your face
that.
because it's Australian.
Yeah, exactly. So much love. There were no bodies left.
There were no bodies left once the Moopsie was done with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You start a fire and you just pray the Moopsie doesn't come along. It'll suck the bones out of your head forever.
You know what? I think Moopsie would be from Australia.
Oh, I think Moopsie exists in Australia, but they're keeping it secret because they want to save the tourism industry. Come to Australia. I promise you the Moopsie is nothing but a myth. Moopsie, shut up.
I agree with Jason. I think the crews are being sent up to the mystery ship.
Yes.
So that
shall we discuss the mystery ship?
let us discuss the mystery ship. We'll come back. Don't worry, guys. We'll jump back into the hold on, I'm just gonna put this one up really quick because our buddy Jay's Moopsie, aka the drop bear.
Watch out for them drop bears. They drop on your face, suck your bones out, and all of them have chlamydia.
I should be offended, but it's too accurate. You're accurate. But yes, let us talk about the probe. Go ahead. Let's hear your theory.
Okay, so I thought that it had something to do with the cetacean probe because it appeared in the opening Borg battle. But then I got to thinking, you know, the probe to me looks familiar. It looks like Peanut Hamper.
Oh, yeah, you had mentioned
the probe looks like Peanut Hamper. So I think that Peanut Hamper and Agamus, your Jeffrey Combs bot, I think that they have joined forces. They've created this probe. Maybe they're steering it, you know, maybe they're still in, I'm assuming, Daystrom Station. They're still there and they're piloting it around the universe in an attempt to come break themselves out.
Oh,
I don't know, but I don't think that the crews are dead. I think that they're all being beamed up somewhere. I think that's going to be I'm going to say that's going to be either a commercial break or a cliffhanger at one point, is that the Cerritos is going to get blasted.
Oh,
and everybody, they're going to do that. And then they'll wake up wherever all the other crews are.
Oh, wow.
But that's what I think. I think it's Peanut Hamper and Agamus, because that has been a guillotine that's been over the show forever. And what better way for them to show up than as the main antagonist? You know, just could you imagine that? Just, you know, enemy probe. Who are you? What do you want? Hi, everybody. Oh, Jesus. It's Peanut Hamper and Agamus. And who? Who? Agamus.
I would absolutely love that, and I really hope that's the case, because
either that or it's butt bugs.
It's butt bugs. I'm going to go with the Breen, but I really like yours, because I really, really leaned on hoping that when they got to Daystrom and Picard, before they got to Data, they were going to run into them, and that was going to be.
That would have been so. Even if it was just like a picture on one of those windows, just have Peanut Hamper or Agamus or something. That would have been so much fun.
It would have been. Would have been so dope. Like it would have just been befitting, you know.
Yeah.
But if they go down, because Picard is after Lower Decks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's about 20-30 years after Lower Decks.
Yeah, so that would mean that more than likely, they're all actually. Oh, would they be dead actually because of the Borg nanites?
No, by that point they'd all be they'd all be past 21.
I
like to think that by the time Picard's around, you know, Boimler and Mariner are captain and first officer of a starship, and who's captain and who's first officer? Well, they fight about that every day. You know, Rutherford's the chief engineer. Tindy is I think Tindy would have her own ship by that point. She'd be independent, going off on her own.
Yeah.
Tavine would be the head of the Vulcan Science Council.
That makes sense.
Making everyone who kicked her out, you know, as miserable as possible.
And like really jabbing them with like witty, dry one-liners while they're doing it.
Your report is 0.334 micrometers too short. You must redo the entire thing. It would only be logical.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna go back to the comments.
If we must.
If we must.
If we must.
If we must. So yes, there was, I think they did add it in this
episode. So it's not just me. I thought I was going crazy.
All right. So Aaron Sugar has put that to bed. Breen chasing the Klingon is in episode 3 as well. I think all of our attention was focused on the whale probe.
It was because I love the whale. I love the noise the whale probe makes. That
Like,
wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
I just love that. It was so weird.
Yeah. So apparently there was also a Voyager phaser rifle too.
Mm-hmm.
So nice.
I will be darned. Where with the Orion
with
pirates?
the Orions, yeah.
Oh. Now, okay, so it's Tandy and the Orions now.
Yes.
I'm so ashamed to be on this show right now.
No, we love it.
Well, half of us do apparently.
Yeah, no, it's great. The other thing, we were talking about the wedding from the show, and the resting green bitch face, and the beaten up look at her face at the wedding. Yes, that was really great. And the resting bitch face in green.
You know what's funny? A couple of years ago, my cousin got married, and the person was all right, but one of the bridesmaids got into a car accident and came to the wedding with airbag bruises all over their face and chest.
Oh wow!
And so they were just covered in like pancake makeup. I mean, like evangelist wife makeup to get through this wedding. And so when seeing Tindy show up, I was just like, oh, a core memory just unlocked.
Memory unlocked.
Yes.
And then Boimler and Rutherford fighting was kind of predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Like 80s cartoons right there.
Yeah, like you said. Yeah.
It's like, okay. Like ship shape, not ship shape. Who's that? Shipwreck and Bazooka fighting in G.I. Joe.
Right. Yeah, it was like, okay, so that coming.
Yeah.
Very odd couple they
very
are.
Odd couple, yes.
And then they were buddy at the start, but you knew there was going to be a rift.
Yeah, and it came too quick, I think.
Yeah, very quickly.
I think it would have been a lot more better if it would just been at the very beginning, like, oh yeah, they're getting along, and just have them like fist fighting in the middle of the corridor or something.
Yeah. Or are they going to do like they could have done like a Family Guy with the chicken and Peter Griffin.
It would have been more entertaining. I mean, it would have been.
Oh, I think there's a great question. A couple of questions coming up that are great. Even the Commander Jace on your spot about books, even though you're a published author, Mr. Gaston.
Yes, I am a self-published author. It's around here somewhere. Hold on.
Oh, you could see his Klingon war chest ship.
I don't know where it's at.
He's written a book.
Yes, trust me, I have. It's here somewhere.
Yes, it's true.
And no, that's Shakespeare. That's not me. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Ah, there it is.
All right.
There we go. It's available on Amazon.
See, and it's upside down, but
yes. But there are words on the inside. They're written in ink. It's not crayon.
No.
And I like to think it's a pretty good book.
And people should buy it.
People should buy it. It has minimal misspellings.
See? Yeah, that's way better than if I wrote the book.
And that one. 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 And that one.
Yeah. So where can they buy said book?
Amazon.
Oh, look at that. You can buy a piece of history buying Jason Roy Gaston's book.
It's basically
called Starseed.
Basically, what if I was in charge of Star Trek?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Be afraid.
I want to read it, and I'm gonna have to buy one. There you go.
Yes, you should. More people should buy it.
Yeah, I'll buy it right after the show. I'm still trying to find the right combination of illicit substances required to make a very short Trek watchable.
Okay, I'm gonna say again, Holiday Party was hysterical. I enjoyed it. Didn't really care for the first episode. Hated the third one, but the second episode was good. I thought that was quality. Even if it was nothing more than nut shots and farting. I thought it was, you see, it was funny because he injured his genitals and farted, but did not die. That was funny. That was really funny.
Exactly.
Vulcans are funny.
They are. Dry humor is great. That's like Matthew Broderick's whole shtick. Ernesto brings up a good question. A candidate for the agony booth.
Could we do a whole hour on boogers?
Or is he talking about Ernesto? Are you talking about the very short treks or this episode?
No, I'm thinking he means very short treks. It can't be this episode. But I mean, maybe if I may be so bold, maybe after all the short treks are over with, if they're still as bad as the booger episode,
we could do a whole
agony booth about them. You know, we could just, this one was bad, this one was good, this one was horrible, this one was boogery. We could. I mean, we're gonna see the return of Neelix.
Yeah, that's true. That's coming up. That's probably gonna be a good one.
I liked Neelix though. I'm a Neelix defender.
Yeah, I remember.
We respect Neelix in this house.
I like the actor. The actor's great.
Ethan Phillips is great.
He is.
Yeah, he was
Wonderful
in
guy.
what was that? He was one of the. It was called Avenue 5, and it was
Right.
and he was hilarious in that show because he was like this licentious ex-astronaut.
Yes.
And for some reason, I thought he was John Billingsley for a while, and I was like, "Well, no, that's not Phlox, that's Neelix." Oh my gosh, Neelix is dirty.
Oh wow. So that's a good one. My mother said she was awake, and she actually didn't have Tom Sawyer.
Oh,
and
yeah, don't read it.
No, I think I know why.
You know, and I'm gonna say, do read it. Just know that it was written 150 years ago, and some of the language is
yeah, that's why I'm
appropriate for the time, but it is still shocking.
Yeah, that's why
thrown out so casually.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking my mom didn't read it because we're of the African American descent. And
yes,
yeah. That's probably
Jim's got a very hateful nickname.
Yeah. On to other terrible things. Never microwave fish.
No. You don't really microwave anything, in my opinion, if you don't have to.
No, exactly.
That's how do you keep your food eatable.
So, Ernesto's a big fan of the Orville
version,
and it's Seth's version of Trek.
It's Seth's fan fiction. That's fine. That's fine. But it is derivative. But it's fine. I just think it's funny how all the people who are talking about how bad Trek is now keep saying, well, it's because it's unoriginal. And then they're like, you should watch the Orville. It's just like Star Trek was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it's so original. Yeah.
I have a robot on the bridge. It's totally different.
Yeah. And he falls in love with somebody and it's fully functional. It's very different. Yeah, I gotta ask you. The rumor was that when it comes to this comment, is why I pulled it up, that Seth was actually writing a Star Trek show, and they were like, "Nah," and Paramount passed on him. Is there any truth to that rumor?
I've never seen anything in writing. I've heard the rumor that he pitched the Orville or what would become the Orville to Paramount, and Paramount said, "No, this is pre Paramount Plus, pre Discovery, pre all of this." Because Seth is a huge Star Trek fan. He appeared in a few episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, as a matter of fact.
That's right. I remember that.
And that was at the time of that was like one of his favorite things in the world to talk about was that. I had heard that he did that, and then during one of the Comedy Central roasts, he made some disparaging remarks about the Kelvin movies.
Oh,
and Paramount was like, "Well, yeah, but we heard what you said, so no." Rumors. I don't know if this actually happened. But yeah, that's what I heard. Or, maybe he was just like, I'm going to make my own Star Trek with blackjack and hookers, and just decided he was going to do the Orville.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I think the Orville would have made a fine Star Trek series, to be honest. But I do think it would have creatively stifled McFarlane. I do think he would have had too many networks execs breathing down his back. Or maybe they just would have decided, you know what, this guy is going to do whatever he wants. He's going to have too much power. He's too popular. We don't need to give him a show because we can't control him.
Interesting. Well, I definitely like the insight and your further quandaries into what happened and what became of the Seth world of Star Trek. There's also a rumored Tarantino treatment, so I would
It's not a rumor. There is a Tarantino treatment out there because he did approach Paramount about doing a Star Trek movie, again pre-Discovery, and he wrote either a treatment or a script. I'm not 100% certain what it was, but it was his intention to make an R-rated Star Trek movie.
Wow.
And nobody knows what it's about. Paramount's apparently got the script or the treatment and have never released it. I want to know what it's about because I'm sure that knowing Tarantino, it would involve Klingons, Batleth, and probably women's feet.
Oh, geez.
We know what his fetish is. He does not hide it.
No, he doesn't.
Move your big toe. Move your big toe.
Oh.
You are a warrior, and you will move your big toe.
Oh,
now pout your lips. Now look at me like this.
God.
Yes, both of them are aroused.
Jeez. My mom likes your dog. So,
yes. He's very stinky. He's very old, but he's my boy. He's the best doggy ever. He's moved to the other side of the room, so I can't grab him anymore. He doesn't do cameos.
No more guest appearances.
No.
Mine used to jump on my shoulders when we did the show. I don't even know where he is. It's just somewhere around here.
I'm surprised that the cats haven't bothered me yet, but they're all over there in a pile sleeping. So maybe they've gotten out of the crazy kitten stage.
The end. The time has come.
Yes.
Yes, it was the influence of Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens.
Oh, great Trek authors.
Oh,
yes.
I'm assuming, Aaron, you're talking about the Orville?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm looking to see if I've got any of their books. Like I said, I lost a lot of the books that I had many years ago because we had a house fire.
Yeah, that sucks.
And so I don't think I have any of their books left. Mostly I have Peter David. My Peter David collection was with me at the time, so I've got all them. Nope. This is riveting content, by the way.
Yeah, right. We're looking at Jason's
absolutely riveting.
Yeah, an amazing episode of the Captain's Quadrant as we look through Jason's book collection.
Yes.
In the meantime, here's a great question from Aaron Sugar. Could the mystery ship be manned by Moopsies?
I wouldn't even be mad.
I wouldn't.
I would welcome our bone-sucking overlords.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And then our good Aaron also brings up a good point. The ship resembles a large agonizer from Mirror Mirror.
Ooh, what if it's the evil Cerritos crew? That would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I mean, we've seen them. We've seen them alluded to, but I don't think we've ever actually seen them before.
Correct. And isn't the doppelganger boiler or the Tom Riker version of?
Oh yeah, William is out there somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't think William would. Not unless it's a Section 31 ship that's gone out of control, which is also a possibility.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a Section 31 ship that Agamus and Peanut Hamper have taken over, and William's on board, and he can't get out, and he's just in there screaming.
No, it's Tom Riker, isn't it?
No, it's William Boimler, because he named himself after.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he named himself after William Riker because he's a kiss ass.
Yeah. Though evil, still a kiss ass.
Yes.
And our good friend from the Nerdy Up North and Star Trek, Michael Adam Goodwill, and he's in Vegas right now. He's probably losing all his money gambling.
Good, I hope so. I hope he is. I hope that teaches him a lesson.
Yeah, you'll learn. I don't know if the slot machines take British pounds, but
they take anything they can get.
Yeah, we'll take all the monies. Hey guys, I've not seen the episode yet, but popping in to share some love for you all from your #1 UK fan.
Oh, he's so awesome.
He's the best. We love Michael. Dude, next time you're in America, we got to make sure to plan something. We'll go on a boat.
I'm not coming to America, mate. I'm staying out.
I'm gonna just stay here in America.
Just wait and see what happens. That's all.
I thought he wanted to make the Galaxy Quest series, and I'm sure that's going back to Seth MacFarlane.
I haven't heard anything about that, but it doesn't surprise me because Galaxy Quest was amazing. I like to think there's an alternate universe out there where William Shatner and the Star Trek crew starred in Galaxy Quest.
That would be amazing.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
I would have seen that movie. I'd have bought 2 tickets at the same time just to support it.
Get alive! You ever see I think it was Saturday Night Live when he was like trying to talk to him. Yeah.
Get alive, would you people?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just a TV show.
He's gonna watch this and be like, see me, what of me?
I don't speak like that. Who are they to say I speak like that? I am William freaking Shatner.
Did you find the book?
I know.
No, all right. Oh,
I stopped looking for it. I got bored.
Oh, okay. All good. Well, I think that's gonna
find some from Greg Cox though. So he's a Facebook friend of mine. So
oh, that's great. Is he?
Greg Cox is a great writer. Peter David is a great writer. Reeves and Garfield are great writers. There's so many great Trek writers.
And Jason Roy Gaston is on that list.
I'm not a Trek writer.
But you wrote something Trek-esque, so we'll throw it in there.
It's Trek adjacent.
Trek adjacent.
With blackjack and hookers.
Yeah, I made sure that it wasn't exactly like Star Trek, so there wouldn't be any legal issues.
I do have to change something in the sequel, though, because I do have something in the book that I did not realize was big in another franchise. So I need to change the name of something.
You can't call it. a light sword.
No. It's I accidentally ripped the name. I ripped a device name off of Portal.
Oh,
because I've never played Portal before, and somebody read my book and was like, "Well, you do know Portal calls it the same thing." I was like, "Damn it!" So I have to change that. So I think I'm gonna have this bit in the next book about we had to change the name of this because of some kind of copyright issue.
Fourth wall.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, this was an amazing dive into Lower Decks. Something borrowed, something green. Is there anything you want to share before we go into the Great Darkness?
I really hope the next very short trek is good.
Yeah.
I really hope it is.
Yeah.
I can't stand this roller coaster ride of
ups and
downs. Great, horrible, mediocre, death-inducing,
shiny and chrome. Yeah.
We'll go to Valhalla together.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You just see that movie. That was the word.
Great movie. If you've never seen Mad Max Fury Road, watch it. It's a gigantic car chase from beginning to end, and it's fantastic.
It's really well done. Yes. They're supposed to do Furiosa at some point too. So
I think that they were filming it before the strike happened, and hopefully it survives the strike. One of these days, I'm going to cosplay as a Morris Joe. I've got the body for it.
Yeah, me too.
Walk around Comic-Con just mediocre.
Exactly. Oh, and our good buddy wants to remind us that it is Australian made.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, yes, it is. Great film. It's one of my favorite directors for sure. Yes. And that's gonna wrap it up for us this. Oh, what a lovely day. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode of the Captain's Quadrant. We appreciate you hanging out with us. And we would love it even more if you could be sure to hit those beautiful, beautiful buttons, the subscribe and the like button. And, if you have any theories that you want to share with us and you missed the live chat, you're more than welcome to comment below in the YouTube comment section. We will answer it in person, and then we'll bring it up on the show next week because we do like that. We do those things. Jace, have a great weekend. Live long and prosper, y'all. Peace out.